Crystal Blessings. It's Hibiscus Moon with hibiscusmoon.com, and today I want to address a question that I get often, which is which crystals are the most powerful to work with? And it's a question at first I used to kind of say, well, you know, that all depends, but actually I've come across some information, some research, and some work that I've done that have actually changed my answer to that, and I have some crystals, or a crystal, that I do feel are the most powerful. So let's get into it. Last year, rather recently, I did a couple blog posts on some scientific properties of crystals, and they were pretty popular. It seemed that people were really interested in finding out more about these properties, and those specific properties are piezoelectricity, pyroelectricity, and triboluminescence. And these are all properties that have to do with electricity in some form or another. And I found that certain crystals have two or more of these properties. And that seemed to correspond to also how powerful I've seen these crystals to be in people's lives, in actually as catalysts for transformation. So let's talk about piezoelectric real quick. I'm not going to dive deep into these things because I'm going to link to those specific blog posts where I really detail it out for you, and I'll do that below in my blog. The first one is piezoelectricity. And piezoelectricity refers to a crystal's ability to produce voltage when pressurized. Yeah, certain crystals will actually produce a voltage when they're pressurized, and that's why we can use them in different aspects in technology. Some crystals that are known to do this are quartz, or topaz, and tourmalines. And when I say quartz, I mean all types of quartz, not just the pretty clear ones, but Light 23 is a type of quartz. It's a type of amethyst, and that is a type of quartz. The next property is pyroelectricity. And pyro means fire, so it has to do with temperature. And it's the ability of a crystal to produce voltage when heated or cooled. And quartz, again, has the ability to do this, as does tourmaline. And it can be any kind of tourmaline. Even this is indicolite, which is a teal blue or blue tourmaline, really beautiful. There are others, but there's reasons why I'm bringing those specific crystals up. Next property is triboluminescence, which I demonstrated in a video a few months back, which is the property of the crystal to be able to actually produce light when it's struck. And it doesn't just produce light on the outside like friction blowing off a spark, but internally as well as externally produces this flash of light. So it's not simply explained away as friction, and it's actually a property that is not well understood by science, and they're actually not yet able to really explain why or how it's happening. So crystals that are able to express that property of triboluminescence are quartz, diamond, and fluorite. And I do feel that crystals that have these properties are more powerful than crystals that don't. And that just simply comes from my experience and the experience of my students and research that I've done, in that people experience a lot of transformation when working with these crystals. They're relatively easy to find, and if you'll notice, quartz has all three of those properties: piezoelectricity, pyroelectricity, and triboluminescence. It has other properties as well, but it also happens to be the most abundant mineral on the Earth's crust, so accessible to us. And I feel like that's no coincidence that quartz, in all its many forms, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, green aventurine, clear quartz, it's made so accessible to us. All the jaspers, all the agates, these are all quartz-based minerals that we can work with. And probably the one we work with most often, because again, it's just the most abundantly found one on the crust of our planet, where it's easily accessible to us. So that, in my opinion, quartz is like a number one, and then your tourmaline and the topaz, those are also very powerful. So I feel like crystals that have these properties are the most powerful ones. Again, this is up to interpretation. It's a matter of opinion. It can be very subjective based on work that you've done and other crystals or minerals that you've worked with that you've found to be very powerful. Maybe malachite is the most powerful one for you. That I'm not saying that any of that is wrong. I'm just giving my opinion on this subject. I'd love to open up a discussion about this, always in the comments on my blog. So please make sure you click the link below. That'll take you straight over there. And if you want to subscribe to make sure that you see my videos, you can hit the subscribe button and you will get notifications of when I post a new video. Okay, talk to you all soon. Namaste. Bye.